crazy. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I do look crazy, you know. Be vulnerable for a second. You guys know I talk a lot about evolution and life and things like that. But I am human. You see? Human. Place is all junked up also. This place is junked up. This shirt, I don't know why it has this stain on it. I hate it. It's making me feel some type of way. But it is what it is. I don't even know if people are gonna come on because last time I was on for like a little time and not one soul came on, which is unusual for me because I'm used to people joining the chat, people joining the live. I've been going through a lot of things. It's crazy how you could be somewhere, maybe because of the hours and the dedication I was putting in, and the times, and I was doing it like 3, 4 times a day. Maybe that put me up into another spot in the alg and the rhythm, but I don't know. I don't know that's another thing. One of my dreams was to have a really successful YouTube and to have good things happening for me on YouTube. And I've been doing YouTube religiously, and I'm not gonna say like I've been putting a lot of work because I haven't, and I took a whole week off. But I've been very consistent in shorts, and it feels like some people, um, it felt like it feels like as a black creator, we have to work 10 times harder. Like a black female creator, you have to work 10 times harder, and it's been very stressful. It's been very depressing. I've been in and out of depression for a long time, but that's why my purpose on the channel is to uplift other people and use my life journey and try to spread to the world. And I'm learning how to just be vulnerable for a little bit about what I deal with, and I deal with a lot of anxiety, depression. I have a very bad eventful past. I've allowed a lot of bad people in my life because of my bad childhood. That's why I'm so strict on telling people how to better their life and how to love themselves. Because it's true, once I start loving myself, I spend so many days just happy to be alive. Like the littlest things about myself and my environment makes me happy. Um, I don't need other people to be happy for a long time. So I was abandoned and neglected growing up. So for a long time, I felt like I needed other people to be there to support me, to lift me up. And for a long time, it was a battle of my mind. I was feeling so alone and so down because I was abandoned, neglected, and abused growing up. So I felt very like nobody cared. And a lot of people didn't care. A lot of people didn't care about me. It wasn't even just feeling. I know those people didn't care about me, but because I didn't have like beggars can't be choosy. I didn't have a lot of standards and I didn't have a lot of self love back then. I allowed it. So because I allowed it back then, it was like a long period of my life. I just allowed lackluster and bad behavior. And this year, I was like, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to change my life. I'm not going to take abuse. I'm not going to take mediocre, lackluster treatment from nobody. Not even myself, not even the negative things I say in my head. I'm not taking it. I'm not doing it. So this year, I turned a new leaf. What's so crazy is that my capacity grew, my mind grew. Like the fact that I could speak so articulately on this level is crazy. And I speak fast, I think fast, faster than I ever before when I became more spiritually connected to who I am, my ancestors, and my belief systems. And then me lifting up myself, me putting myself on a pedestal, respecting myself, knowing my worth, know that I'm great with practice and putting in that effort into myself to believe. See, you could want something, but if you don't put in the work, you can't believe. If you don't see the progress continuously, it's hard for you to believe. And in order for you to believe, you have to put in work. People think it's just going to happen. It's not going to happen. You can't pray everything away. Unfortunately, people think they're just going to pray, 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 and everything. No, 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 no. You have to really put in the work. And for the past few days, that's why I was offline. I was doing a lot of stuff for myself, my environment, my future, my plans for YouTube, myself. Um, and I have to be real with myself. I'm a really chill person, but I need to come out of my shell. I'm okay with comfortability. I'm okay with being able to pay my bills, save for my future funds. That's it. I don't need a lavish lifestyle. As long as I got my skincare products, some good healthy food, things that I need, a bed or whatever, I don't really care about a lot of that shit. But I realized that like I do love abundance. Like I do wish I could go travel more. Like I used to travel all the time. I wish that I could travel more. I wish I could do more. I wish that I could have more luxuries of life to help myself out. For conveniency or just being able to afford a helping hand, like getting my hair done, sometimes getting my nails done, getting massages. Um, and this economy is hard, but I know I could do it. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. It takes a lot of work. People don't understand it's not the work, it's the preparation. And that's another thing. I had to learn to be more prepared. I had to be more organized. I have to continue to grow in that aspect. Because the more you prepare, more organized, if you stay ready, you don't have to what? If you stay ready, you don't have to what? Get ready. You don't have to get ready. So I want to prepare for those type of things in life because I really want my life to get better. Hello, everybody. I really want a better life. I do. I do. I'm grateful for my life now. There's some times in my life where I'm so like grateful that I start tearing up because I'm like I have my own home, I have a car, I have little things, I have food, I have electricity, I have water, I have vegetables, I have TVs, I have a computer, I have a phone, I have a YouTube. I'm just happy to have those things, but I know that I could do better. So I could have retreats, I could have massages, I could go and cry on the Mediterranean Sea and happy that I could just see this what God built. There's so many things that I want abundantly, and I have to put in the work. But the first thing before we want all these things that cost money, we have to want consistency. We have to want discipline. We have to desire those things to improve our lives. And a lot of people are not ready to do that. But I am yearning for that. And I have my setbacks. I have my setbacks. It's not easy. It's really not easy. Physically, emotionally, mentally, it's not easily. Especially like I'm not 22, 21 anymore. It feels like the world, it feels like damn, physically, I'm more tired and fatigued. Mentally, I am stronger mental and emotionally. I will say that the older I got, but physically is my problem. The physical, like, of pushing. Like, yesterday, I spent 12 hours working on my house with laundry and organizing because I got things I got to do. Yo, that was very physically taxing. Um, it, I've been trying to do more stuff like this on and on for a week. And then as a woman, I had my menstrual. My menstrual came and I was fucking fatigued. For a whole fucking week, I didn't want to fucking do anything because I was fatigued and in pain. And it's like you have those setbacks, and you know what? Sometimes those setbacks is a way for you to rest, rethink, reevaluate, and re-strategize and have a different approach. Sometimes your body is telling you when you're doing too much, mentally, emotionally, physically. Your body tells you. Your body tells you when you're doing too much. And when your body tells you that you're doing too much, I think we should listen. I think we should be like, oh shit, we're doing too much. Let's re-strategize. So yeah, that's why I haven't been on lately. Like I've been really thinking about things. I kind of don't like taking breaks from things, but sometimes they're needed. And it was needed for me to take those breaks. It was needed for me to reevaluate what I want, who I am as a person. Like I know I'm a attractive woman. And I know I'm beautiful because my soul's beautiful. I love my face. I love my features, my teeth, my body. I love myself. So people can say however they feel about me. It's not going to change how I feel about myself. So I know I'm a beautiful person and people like to talk to me. because my smile can light up the room. My energy is beautiful. So people like to talk to me, not knowing that I am not the type of person I'm not into mingling with people who don't move and speak with conviction. I'm not in the mood to conversing and bumping with people who don't have a higher purpose. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the position. So a lot of people want to talk to me because I seem very friendly, and I am. I am friendly. I am welcoming, but I'm gonna be honest with people. Listen, I don't even want to go there with you. It's not even worth my time. I don't even want to go with there, and I had to learn it's okay to propose boundaries early. It's okay to propose boundaries early. It's okay to say, I don't want to talk to people today. It's okay to say, like, listen, you're not on my way, bro. You don't have nothing really going for yourself. You're not focused. You're not disciplined. And I don't see us being a match. Because a lot of people, the thing is, you just tell them so they can't even ask you why. A lot of times when you tell people, no, I'm not interested, they're going to ask you why. Well, if you just tell them the reason and they show their ass, you just block and move on. And I learned that a lot of people are not where I want to be, because it's not always about just money or what we have. A lot of time it's spiritual equity and healing equity that they lack, that I don't want any parts. What I learned about a lot of people who are not big on improving their development of their brain and their emotions and their soul is that they have excuses like, oh, not everyone thinks that way. Not everybody. You mean, so you're telling me not you, not everyone. You mean you don't want to put in the work to better yourself. And they love manipulating and being narcissists. Well, it's always your way. It doesn't have to be your way, my way. Your way is sending us to hell. I don't want to be with you in your way. It's not about my. So you see how they're manipulative. They're like, your way, your way. They try to make you feel bad for being honest. No, it's not about my way, my love. It's about the way to send us to a better position mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And then when you have that together, everything else you want will come. But people don't see things like that. Because what we've been taught and what's surrounding us is poison. Majority of the time. Majority of the time. That's all that's around. That's all that's around. It's poison, toxicity, codependence, people in self-pity, people who don't believe, people who are negative. We're around that more than we're around people that uplift us and put us in position. We are in spiritual battlefield. This is spiritual warfare, people. This is systemic warfare, people. You don't know what's going on? Everybody's poor. People that are making $80,000 a year feeling like more $40,000 a year. Are you serious? And you wonder, like, and now you know why money is not everything. Now you know working for the man is not everything. Now you know putting on your energy and your mind to the man is not everything. It's not everything. The economy is bad. There's racism and genocide all over the world. Fucking war all over the world. Our government is shit and corrupted like every other fucking government. They want to ban TikTok, but they don't want to ban these corporations raping people when your cost of living doesn't match your wages. And y'all worried about the shit that don't matter. And that's how they've been able to do this shit forever, because people are focused on the wrong fucking thing. They're focused on the wrong thing. Focus on the wrong fucking thing. I talked to somebody like that today. Totally brain fried. I'm like, this is why society, because they have removed education. All these Republicans and congressmen are trying to remove education and historical facts to dumb down the reality of how the system is against people of color. All this stuff is a part of the plan of the system structure, and because people are not that equipped, and to be honest, we have all these advances, but there's people in third world countries that are more literate than we are. You know why? Because they actually know that they're in a corrupted country. We don't. We're fucking confused. We're confused and we think that, oh, we're the best country in the world. You can't even give me real reasons on why. You can't give me universal. Not just for the rich, not just for one group of people. You can't universally tell me how this is the greatest country in the world. I can tell you what other countries are some of the greatest countries in the world. Let's try Spain. Let's try Switzerland. Let's try Japan. Let's try all these other countries that have been known to help people in most ways possible, universally, for all the people involved, not just a particular group. If you're greedy and you want to be rich, this is the country for you. Welcome. If you're greedy and you want to be rich, this is the country for you. If that's all you care about is money, power, and greed, this is the place for you. Congratulations. If that's not your agenda and you're about nature, you're about real spirituality with your ancestors and your higher power, health, cost of living, freedom, real freedom, cleanliness, etc., all those other things, this is not the country for you. This is not the country for you if you really want better lifestyle. If you want to live your best life, if you want to be humane, if you want to live in a place that's lack corruption, if you want to live in a place where you can afford everything that you actually need, like water, healthy food, a good place to live that's not crime infested, where people got guns and can harm you anytime when you're running in a neighborhood and some person shoot you because you're a different color. And this is the best country in the world, where as a person who lives in a gun-carrying state, that I get nervous when people are mad at me on the road and they drive next to me. I'm feared for my life, and this is the best country in the world. I literally fear for my life if I piss somebody off on accident on the road and they come drive next to me. I'm like, fuck, they're gonna shoot me. I duck almost every time. But this is the best country in the world, and everyone's so fucking stupid. That shit be pissing me off, and that's why I have to literally put myself in a different dimension and extract myself from the system. And people be like, "You think you're better than people? You think you just?" I'm like, I don't think I'm better than anybody, honey. I think I'm just more awake than you. I think that because I actually have been taught in a survival of the systemic structures of racism and oppression against my people, I'm a real survivor of that. I have that actual receipt years and years since I was a child, people being racist to me. People, and racism is a system, so I'm not just talking about slurs I'm talking about principals, teachers putting me down and trying to tarnish my grade and where I go in life because I'm a black person. I actually am a survivor of that. So I don't want to hear that bullshit where people feel like this is the best country. Because I'm so awake about this shit and I lived in a different country, I know that this country is not even top 5, top 10 of the world. But because people are so brainwashed here, because we have led materialism. Like, for instance, black people are some of the poorest people in the world, but we are the biggest spenders in the country. We are some of the poorest people in the country. Native Americans than us. But we spend the most money. Why? Because they got into our brains, like material value and being close to them and greed and proximity is going to make us black excellence. Instead of being able to provide free food, free health, lack of diabetes, lack of high blood pressure, and building communities together. We have our minds fucked up, and that's why I take my time. And because of my trauma and the realness of my life, the real pain, the real suffering, I have learned so much. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm smart, that I was giving a gift from Oya Yemojayaun. I was giving a gift to be super highly intelligent And not based off their metrics, but based off the metrics of life itself. Ha. Ha. That's what people don't understand. You are too busy trying to be intelligent in their way instead of trying to figure out who you really are. Instead of what they told you you were. You have a title at your job. You get a title once you get your degree. You have a title when you're on a sports team. They tell you who you are. They don't give you the path to make sure you actually know who you are. They take your identity, especially if you're a person of color. They take your traditional identity, your power, so you're confused on who you are. And unfortunately, my people are the biggest victims of it. And it's sad. And it's embarrassing. Because I believe we have some of the best gifts naturally on this planet. We don't even see it. We want to be like them so bad. We want what they have. Not knowing we have so much more in here. In here. We have so much in our ori. Understand? In our chakra. But we want to be like them so bad that we forget who we are. That is a sad, sad situation. And the revolution has been dead. Only people like me and a few other people are actually real in the revolution. I'm not just talking about Black Lives Matter and all this fake activist shit. I'm talking about real life, spiritually. Our gifts and what we can do if we came together. I am a Pan-African, if y'all didn't know. I am. That's my agenda. And so, it's too bad that so many people are just victims of the societal greed. Ashe. Thank you guys. Peace out.